Good morning, and thank you for joining us. My name is Natasha Shane, and I'm the Director of Family Services for CCA. Joining me today is Dr. Reese Flurie, CCA's CEO. Dr. Flurie has over 30 years of experience in education, and today he's going to take a few minutes to answer questions from our CCA community about the importance of school choice. So, Dr. Flurie, we're in the middle of School Choice Week. What exactly does school choice mean for our Pennsylvania families?
Well, fundamentally, it means no matter where you live in the Commonwealth, you have a school option for your child. Before the school choice legislation in the late 90s, your only option was your traditional public school where you lived based on your locality, or a private school option. Many families, there wasn't a private school option in their region, or they just simply couldn't afford it, depending on economic situations. With school choice legislation, now you had these things called charter schools. Originally, it was brick and mortar charter schools, which were still in your locality, based on your zip code and where you lived, but you weren't bound just to go to your traditional public school. You now had this charter school option possibly. And then just a few years after the traditional charter school option, these things called cyber charter schools came into existence. Now with cyber charter schools, the zip code really got thrown out as an inhibiting factor, because now no matter where you live in the Commonwealth, there's a charter school available to you. You have that cyber option. CCA obviously is one of those cyber school options that's statewide for any family in the Commonwealth.
So talk to us a little bit more about CCA. What makes CCA different as a school choice option to our Pennsylvania families?
Okay, well, I think one of the things that makes us different is because we are a cyber school. That's a very unique educational environment. Most of our parents weren't involved in that kind of an educational environment in their educational years, so it's unique. But I think what makes, even among the cyber charter community, what makes us very, very unique is that focus on family. We really feel the family, those parents are a partner with us in that child's education. While we're trained educators, we have expertise in education, we will never know a child as well as their parent does. And we're always going to be respectful of that. Oftentimes, I think in traditional schooling environments, the parents are kind of kept at arm's length. They're kind of kept at bay. They want this, the school wants the parent to interact on the school's terms. We demand that parent's interaction. We want those regular phone calls. We want to become better at serving families, at serving that child, and we can't do that without their input. And I think that's resonated with families. I think that's why we've grown so rapidly, and so many families stay with us year to year. I think they appreciate that respect and that they're really a participant in their child's education.
Can you talk to us a little bit about socialization and what socialization looks like in a cyber charter school at CCA, for instance?
Sure. I think that's a really good question for parents to ask when they're looking at a choice option. They think a cyber school, is my child going to be just stuck at home in front of a laptop all day long? The answer at CCA is absolutely not. At CCA, we offer over 500 field trips a year, and they're all voluntary. So that family can choose how often they want to take advantage of that field trip option and interact with other families, whether they're in their region or they can go to other regions for certain field trips. Also with the socialization at CC, I think it's more of a real world type of socialization. In a traditional public school, your child, whether they be riding the bus or whether they're in the classroom, it's the same group of kids day in, day out, generally pretty much all same age peers or peers from their neighborhood. Where in CCA, you're going to get a chance to interact with students from all over the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. You'll get a chance to meet a very diverse group of classmates. Also, your classmates may be very different ages based on their ability. We have a broader range of ages in students in our classes than many traditional schools, because we don't have to worry about some of those size or physical issues of a student that's 4 years older than another, being in the same phys ed class, let's say. And so I think what your child will learn in our environment is to interact at a more adult level with other people that aren't just like them or from their area. And I think that really bodes well in adulthood, because now they're going to be prepared for that work environment where you could have to collaborate with colleagues from all over the world, depending on your job. And so I think it's really going to build those skills in your child at CCA that you may not have those strong socialization skills in a traditional environment.
Dr. Flurie, if a parent is interested in pursuing a school choice option for their student, what advice do you have for them?
It's real simple. Do your research. See what suits your family. Fundamental is talk to a parent from that school. That's where you're really going to learn what that school does. I also encourage a family, reach out to the leadership of that school, whether it be a school board member, the CEO, the executive director, whatever those titles might be, and see what the mission is of that school. What are the fundamental principles of how that school works? I think that's key.
Dr. Flurie, thank you for joining me, and thank you for your insights about school choice as we celebrate National School Choice Week.
Oh, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.